And for Off the Block, I'm Vinny Lopes, and we are now joined by Concordia-Irvine coach Shawn Patchell. And coach, a very exciting weekend for your team. You guys were able to knock off Stanford at home in 4 games. And have to ask you, coach, we're now a day removed, but what's the feelings like knowing that you were able to beat a nationally ranked team at your place?
Yeah, it was a great win for our program. We've been knocking on the door. We've got some good wins in the fall, and the boys believe, and we sure worked hard, and it's nice to see kind of a goal like that come to fruition.
Yeah, and coach, talking about your program, you're in year 1 of a 3-year transition from NAIA to NCAA Division II. With that kind of in the background, what does a win like this mean for your team?
It just means that we're going in the right direction. The hard work that we're putting in the fall, it means something. We make the guys get 400 extra passing reps per week. And, that's a grind. And so when you see us passing well against a very good serving team like Stanford, it means a ton. It's just, you see that hard work paying off pretty quickly. We're in the beginning of February, and so we're playing some pretty good volleyball, and it's nice to see the guys really, believe in what we're doing. They believe, but it's nice to put a W up on the board and have a really good week. We knocked off Hope and UC San Diego as well this week, so have 3 solid wins in 1 week, and then finish it off with Stanford. It was a great week and great for the program.
Yeah, and coach, you talk about your schedule a little bit this year. Kind of a nice mix of obviously playing a lot of NAIA schools, but playing a lot of MPSF schools. Can you just talk a little bit about the difference quality-wise between playing an NAIA team compared to the MPSF? I'm assuming both are challenging in their own ways.
Yeah, it is. For one, I really appreciate those colleagues of mine that schedule us. John Crosby, Ken Shibuya. We went up there to Stanford and played them in the fall, and they returned the favor coming to us. They worked us in the schedule. Rick McLaughlin at UC Santa Barbara, they've scheduled us. We're going to play USC again at the Galen Center with Billy Ferguson. He worked us in the schedule, so it means a ton. Of course, Kevin Ring at UC San Diego. So those are old colleagues of mine through the MPSF, and they get it. They understand that we want to grow this game. And so really, MPSF, you're playing big guys. Big guys that hit the ball high and hard, and they serve tough. But it always comes down to serve and serve receive, and so that's why we were able to outlast Stanford. We were sharp we served the ball well, but we especially passed the ball well. So we hung in there, and we just had this wonderful win for our conference and our school. But when you're playing NAIA teams, it's still always about serve and serve receive. You might not be playing against 6'8", 7-footers in Stanford's case, but guys come to play, and we're going to go back to the Midwest and play a bunch of teams with Brazilians and Venezuelans and all these guys, Puerto Ricans, and a bunch of guys that have been playing in a lot of different leagues throughout the world. So it's high caliber volleyball.
Yeah, definitely high caliber. And I have to ask you about one of your players in that match against Stanford, your center, Brandon Duff. You look at the stat line, it was a pretty balanced performance overall. Can you just talk about the job that he was able to do offensively, really just seemingly getting everyone involved in the offense for you guys?
Yeah, we're a well-balanced team. We don't have one guy that we rely on. We spread the ball around. We try to get the ball to the middle as much as we can. We were able to attack the ball in the middle. Brett Onema is a senior. We try to get the ball to him a ton, and Stanford respected him and really commit blocked quite a bit. But he was he creates a lot of one-on-one opportunities on the pins, and both sides. Scotty Chapel, who's a kid from Laguna Beach here, he had a nice night. Devin Ross was very good on the left side, and then we had two opposites going. Brian Ensemble got the start, and Tim Moses was able to finish up. So I think we had 3-4 guys with 9 kills. So I think that's tough to defend.
Right, and Coach, I have to ask, not only this season, but moving forward as your team kind of continues this process going from NAIA to the NCAA, what's going to be the biggest challenge for you and the program as you continue to build this thing and get it going even more than it already is right now?
I think it's just progressing and improving and just understanding that, hey, we need to improve. We